Super Tuesday from the campus of Howard University. In just a moment, right now, we're going to go back to our panel because right now we're going to have a different conversation on this Super Tuesday talking about President Barack Obama and black voters.
The importance is making sure that the black perspective is communicated, is heard, is understood. Most important of all, it's not undervalued, it's not underestimated, and it's not marginalized. One's perspective is based on one's experience.
I think the important thing is to stay informed. As I tell my student, you can't talk about things if you're not informed. And so it's important that you're well read and that you keep up with what people are talking about, what people are saying, to know what the president's saying, to know what the opposition's saying, to know what the parties are saying. So I think it's just a matter of staying informed.
Massive turnout of black voters all across this country made a critical difference in Indiana. The president won that state. North Carolina, he won by 14,000 votes. Lost Missouri by about 1%, but still a huge black turnout.
I think young people, especially younger minorities in general, they've shocked the world. I mean, because look, younger African Americans, particularly sort of younger black males, outperformed their racial counterparts in 08. And that's something that historically you never see happen. There's a group of people who there's a lot of cynicism thrown upon about young people, especially younger minorities, without understanding that political participation for them for a long time is not that they don't have the value to sort of participation, and they don't have the value to sort of they want to see change happen in their communities, is that they didn't see politics as a viable vehicle for getting that done.
I definitely think there's a passion for politics. I think there's a bigger passion for social change than there is for politics, and I think that can be part of the problem. I think that this generation is tired of the rhetoric and the promises. Like we see, this is the era of the 99%. So it's not so much passion for politics, but it's a passion for wanting to see things change.
College and university wonder, who's going to increase Pell Grants? Who's going to make sure we don't get screwed by the banks when we take out student loans? Is it going to be George Bush or is it going to be Barack Obama?
Yet I did not recall, and let me know if I missed it, massive numbers of students, even from D.C., going to Capitol Hill saying, pass this president's student financial aid bill that's going to put $60 billion in our hands. Jeff, I didn't see him.
I work as DC Governmental Affairs Coordinator for the Howard University Student Association 51st Administration. And one of the things that we're doing this year is doing CUSA Legislative Day on the Hill. So we are, as a part of the HBCU Summit, we're going to have students from HBCUs all around the country coming out to participate. So this is something we're doing, and hopefully as this we can bring some attention to it. We're going to be tweeting about it, you're going to hear about it, so go ahead and get signed up. CUSAonthehill@gmail.com. Please respond, let us know, and get involved so we can actually bring attention.
Thousands of students rolling on elected officials, which media outlets like Roland and mine are waiting to cover.
I definitely think there's a fight to keep attention. I think that a lot of this generation gets its news from the web, from not even just from social media, but from websites. They're reading articles online and things like that. Blogs are huge in this era. So I definitely think that it's a challenge to get people to actually read lengthy and in-depth analysis, both in not even just regular newspapers, but the school newspaper in general. So I definitely think that in mainstream media, there's a need to kind of put on the front pages what we're trying to read of, which I think can be detrimental in politics, social issues, and things like that.
I think young people are becoming their own pundits, because if you look at what's happening relative to pundits, we've been around for a while, and so we are pretty much in the traditional ways, mainstream cable television, those kinds of things. But I think if you look at a number of the blogs, if you look at a number of Twitter posts, young people are really becoming their own political pundits, which I think is a good thing, because it adds new voices to the conversation.
And it means you have to know what happened,
right.
the the questions that always apply to basic journalism, the what, who, when, where, and how, all that still applies. The thing is that on Facebook you don't have to give very many facts, but if there's a key word or something that gets you going emotionally, then you'll start following the links, so to speak, to get to the point of the straight news, unbiased news story.
Exactly.